A different system in Golden State. I thought he was really good so far this year. So if you get to the end of the season, and let's say the lottery ping pong balls go your way, you get the second pick in the draft.
Sure.
You can take D'Angelo Russell and the second pick in the draft and see what's out there. See what's available. What happens, Nick? We just talked about Ben Simmons and Philadelphia. What happens if they fizzle out in that first round?
Of course.
You can go to Philadelphia and say, hey, D'Angelo Russell and the second pick in the draft. You can draft Anthony Edwards. You can draft James. You can do whoever you want, and you can have a point guard who might fit better playing alongside Joel Embiid. Without it, you have Wiggins, who is not going to have anywhere near the same value in that type of trade.
Wiggins is a bad basketball player. He's owed $95 million over the next 3 years, starting next year. It's unspeakable they did this. Listen, people think I dislike the Warriors. There's things they've done that have irritated me. But going into this year, I said I thought they could be the 6th seed. I thought that if Clay came back at the end of the season, they could be dangerous. And that starting next year, we'll see if they can rejuvenate the old Splash Brother 15-16 team and be dangerous. It's over for them now. We will never see Steph in another NBA Finals, ever. They have no path forward. Draymond's 30. Clay's 30. Steph's about to be 32 when he takes the court again in mid-March, one would assume. They are Draymond, Wiggins, Clay, and Steph next year, $128 million for the cap. Cap's $115. They have no way to get better now. And you can say, oh, well, now they have their top 5 pick. If Minnesota's terrible next year, a good pick there. Man, young players do not help you in the playoffs, unless you're the Raptors. The last young player to make a big impact in the NBA Finals prior to the Raptors was Kawhi 7 years ago. I can't believe Bob Myers did this. I just can't. I'm shocked that they went this route instead of what you're saying. Take your own pick, pair it with your best asset that you actually might move, and try to get someone that can help you. I would have loved to see Steph Curry's live reaction to this, because he now has to go play with Andrew Wiggins.
There's going to be a little bit of schadenfreude there for Nick. You've always been sort of...
Well, yeah, but I would have liked to see them again have it like with the old... the pre-KD Warriors, and I guess we'll see it, but Andrew Wiggins going to be out there taking terrible long twos.
Quickly, that's their point. They're hoping Andrew Wiggins becomes Harrison Barnes and that they can put together a finals type of team. I'm skeptical for the same reasons you are, but maybe a change of scenery changes Wiggins. I doubt it, but that's the only thought.
It's 6 years in.
I honestly haven't seen you this fired up about anything.
I just don't.
2 blocks ago with what Giannis did in the East.
It's just insanity.
Let's move on to Los Angeles now. Yesterday we reported an arms race between the Clippers and the Lakers over the services of Knicks forward Marcus Morris, and the Clippers went out and got him. All part of a 3-team deal with the Knicks and the Wizards. As for the Lakers, they decided to stay put, reportedly refusing to part ways with Kyle Kuzma or Danny Green. Mannix, are the Clippers now the best team in LA after what happened yesterday?
No, I think they're on the same level as the Lakers because, I mean, Kawhi and Paul George versus LeBron and AD. I mean, to me, it's kind of a coin flip at this point. Might depend on the supporting cast around them. The Lakers would have been bonkers to make that deal. If the Knicks turn around, and they did ask for Kyle Kuzma, and they wanted Danny Green, if the Lakers made that deal, what are you doing? I like Marcus Morris. He has been excellent this year, 44% from 3. But you don't trade a proven playoff 2-guard in Danny Green, who is like the perfect role player out there, and you don't just dump Kyle Kuzma for 1 year of Marcus Morris. So this kind of went, Nick, how I thought it would go yesterday. Sitting here talking about this, the Clippers had these 2 assets. They had the contract of Harkless, and they had that first-round pick burning a hole in their pocket. They made the deal to get in, to get him in that place. Yep. So now they get a guy that can help. Yep. But I don't know if it changed the dynamic significantly in the conference.
All right, so I'm further down on the Clippers than just about anybody. The Clippers got better. Marcus Morris, I don't think the 44%, the league's second-best high-volume three-point shooter, is sustainable, but 38% certainly is. It's what we've seen over a number of years for him. That helps. During the regular season, where I think in the West seeding matters, when, Kawhi takes 1 in 4 games off and Paul George deals with nagging injuries, having Marcus Morris there will help you. And come the playoffs, I watched for your beloved Boston Celtics, Marcus Morris, not give LeBron problems, but not back down.
Not afraid of him.
He's a big guy. He's tough. He and his brother are real legitimate NBA tough guys. And so this does help the Clippers. I'm not going to sit here and act like the Lakers are lucky they didn't get him. No, he would have helped the Lakers. But this doesn't fill the single real need for the Clippers in my mind, which is rim protection. And it doesn't fill anything of a need for the Lakers. The last thing they need is another front court player. What they need is a ball handler, playmaker, or shooter, preferably all of the above. And if they can get Darren Collison for nothing, then the Lakers, to me, actually, they didn't necessarily add the better player, but they did more to improve their team. The question for the Lakers is this. You know, not just because he has hair now like Eminem once did, but will the real Kyle Kuzma please stand up, or is he already standing up? Last night he got 2 baskets. They were both spoon-fed to him by LeBron. He caught LeBron, got him the ball at the rim, and he finished. Kuzma is going to have to figure out, can he play on both ends of the court with the requisite maturity and intensity that is going to be needed to be in the playoff rotation? That is the first question for the Lakers. The second question for the Lakers is this. Can Frank Vogel have the stomach to do something that last year Luke Walton did not? Sit Rajon Rondo down. They can't survive the Rondo minutes. And if they get Collison and he takes Caruso's minutes instead of Rondo's minutes, that will be a disaster. Right, last night, they lose the game by 10. They're minus 14 in Rondo's minutes, in his limited minutes. Rondo might be a good locker room guy. People might like him. He's not an effective player for the Lakers. He never has been. So those, to me, are the bigger questions. For the Clippers side of things, they got better, and Harkless was doing nothing for him. So I think it's a smart move by them. I don't think it's a huge move.
And I think, look, I'm with you on the Rondo minutes needing to be cut. I think Caruso should be getting all of them at this point. And if you bring in Darren Collison, that's where those minutes should ultimately come from. I don't have confidence with 2 months to go in the regular season that Kyle Kuzma is going to figure it out.
Nope.
That all of a sudden it's going to click and he's going to be the third option that they so badly need. The biggest problem he runs into is that the way Frank Vogel sets his rotation, it's never Kuzma out there alone as the leader of the second unit, because they always have either LeBron or Anthony Davis on the floor. And when one of those 2 guys is on the floor, Kuzma's still in that same position looking for offense. Now, I thought Frank has done some nice things around the fringes, try to run more plays for Kuzma, get him going, but Kyle Kuzma, his first couple of years in the league, was just like this volume scorer. He was on bad teams, and he was allowed to chuck up a bunch of shots, and it didn't really have any consequences. Now, he's asked to be more of a selective shooter, a spot-up three-point shooter, and right now, that's not his game. I'm not convinced, Nick, that it can never be his game. I think he's young enough and talented enough that if you give him another couple of off seasons, he could develop into that type of guy. But for this season, short term, I just don't see it.
Do the Lakers feel like the sort of untapped potential with Kyle Kuzma? Would they have given up Kyle Kuzma if Danny Green wasn't attached to that?
I think they would have. If it would have been Kyle Kuzma and Quinn Cook and Jared Dudley, like contracts to make it work, I think they do it. I think because they are in win right now mode, the only hope for I shouldn't say the only hope. The best hope for Kuzma is, now trade deadline's over. He knows he's going to be there. That is
all the uncertainty is gone.
Right, that's a moment of, okay, I have to do my best to make this work. I just don't. All his friends got traded away. Honestly, like, who does he hang with? Who does he play Xbox with? Like, these are real things for a young NBA guy living in LA trying to figure it out. And I think it's been tough on him. And I think for guys, as I said yesterday, when you have not yet been paid, you have guys in your ear telling you, man, the way to get paid is to score. And for Kuzma, what he's going to have to realize is the way to get paid is to be on a champion. If you're on a champion and you have 2 good moments in an NBA Finals can get you paid as much as 2 good months on a bad team, I don't know if he recognized that. But now he's on the Lakers. He's going to be on the Lakers. See if he can make the most of it.
I wrote that down here. Who does he play Xbox with? But we didn't get to it, so we'll just talk about that later.
I don't know.
It's like Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. You know, that's why they're chemistry.
Coming up, is Tom Brady back to the Patriots? Is that now a done deal? Tell you why we're asking ahead on